Hello and welcome to the intro to this here vid. I don't have Argyle obviously, and Alex is away, so there's no, otherwise it'd be Argyle footage, but so instead is this. It's good, right? Isn't it? It's great. Yeah. As you can probably tell, I'm lacking for ideas. I don't have a pet. I don't have any dinosaurs either, so look, I mean... Cast.
An audio check.
No.
Whatever.
Oh, catch the flubber coming off of you!
No, you need to do another clap. There we go. So I'm Jim, but no.
No, we're not doing that. Welcome to episode number... Shut up.
Oh, Jimbo!
32, I think.
It's 33.
We're on 33.
I believe so, yes.
Oh.
So normally this is the thing we should probably check.
Some pink flubber!
While James isn't here, we've got the lovely chair with the minions on it.
Here they are.
Jim, what the fuck? I spent so long doing that. Fucking bitch.
Do the soundtrack.
So anyway,
We're
doing a live... We're doing a script reading of Treasure Planet.
No, I'm
Do you remember
the pirate.
Do you remember that dude that did his own one?
Who did one? Oh yeah, I got into that part of YouTube because I was trying to find the speech from Hawkins, and I got to this part of YouTube where it's these people that like do fan dubs.
Yeah.
It wasn't very good.
Wasn't it?
Bit cringy.
The best one was like the European guy.
Yeah. My oh my, I'll catch some of the light coming off you that day.
No, that's like the actual one.
Yeah, that was a perfect impression. Spaceport floozy.
So anyway, we got some subjects here.
We're going to start with the ones I prepared. Yeah.
What, there actually were some?
Yeah, I had a couple, but it was just like, I don't know if they'll last the whole show, is the only thing.
The only show.
This is the only show!
So anyway, I actually reached out to Twitter, but you guys are fucking retards
This
so
is
far.
the Jimbo show.
Problem with,
Flubber.
this is the problem, right? With being so fucking memey all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not memey though on
It's,
Twitter.
I mean, the show is quite memey though. Like, just go on the fucking Discord for like 2 minutes. It's the memeiest shit you ever heard.
Dude, that's every
What's the Discord?
Colossal Crazies is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
What's Discord?
I don't really know. It's just this fucking thing.
It's like this Skype TeamSpeak hybrid.
Do you catch any of the flubber coming off of you?
No, you
Yeah,
catch
you do.
Pokemon on it or something.
Yeah, I don't really know.
I got a Snorlax.
So anyway, carry on with your subject.
I got a KP of 483.
Flubber looks like
What are your
Ditto.
subjects?
So of course, the latest in the news. I don't really play video games, but I've got a lot to say about this subject in particular. The video game No Man's Sky has released for the world to play. And surprise, surprise, the ambitious game from a studio with no experience whatsoever in making any type of game like that was underperformed in terms of
Everything.
living up to the hype.
Yeah.
And in fact, it's a very mediocre, by the books, survival game. Correct?
Correct.
You're
just
the
with, like-
only one who's played it. Yeah?
It's very by the books aside from, like the space thing. But even then, it's not really that immersive of a space thing.
The novelty of being able to land on a planet and then fly up.
Because then, like,
enough.
the same day that I got No Man's Sky, me and Jim got Elite Dangerous, and that's like really good. And
Yeah.
it just made me
And
just
how much was it?
20 quid.
20 quid.
20 quid, and how much was No Man's Sky?
40.
40, which is $60 for the
Considering-
Americans.
Consider.
I mean, Elite Dangerous is older as well now.
Mm-hmm.
It is the same price, when it's
as
new.
it was.
Yeah.
How long's Elite Dangerous been out?
Don't actually know.
But who's at fault here? In terms of like, because people are pissed.
Everyone.
Everyone's at fault. Everyone involved.
Absolutely everyone is at fault. Yeah.
The fans, I said fans. It's like the people that were like, "Wow, it's gonna be the best game ever." They're at fault for being fucking idiots.
Were they the ones that
Um,
attacked
Sent death
Kotaku?
threats and stuff. Yeah. They
Yeah.
were really bad. They were fucking awful and disgraceful.
Yeah.
The people who were,
Hello Games and
and they'll be the
Sean Murray.
ones who will be like really angry.
Yeah.
They'll be the ones who are like
Yeah,
sending death threats to them now.
Mm-hmm.
Hello Games and Sean Murray. They're at fault.
Yeah, he straight up lied. saying there's like multiplayer and shit, and it's like
It's not.
it's just not.
The only multiplayer thing I've had is when you load into the game. There's like you're presented with this like bright pink kind of just sort of like haze kind of coming towards you,
Yeah.
and you can look around a bit in that, and you can just see other names there. I think it must be other people loading it at the same time as you.
Yeah.
That's it.
But it wasn't even just like a disappointing game in terms of the actual gameplay and whatnot. It was like on PC especially.
On
the way
PC,
it
which is
ran.
what I've been playing it on, it's it leaves much to be desired.
Frame rate, graphics.
It's frame rate, graphics, awful texture pop-ins, random just performance, just destruction. It's fucked. You know, every time I've stopped playing it now, apart from today, after about 2.5 hours, I'll sprint and I'll get into my ship.
Yeah.
And as I do that, you know, let's say this is a smooth motion, it will turn into like that.
Yeah.
Everything's half speed, and it's just fucked.
Is this the like next? Because you know the the attention span and memory of like online users is not very long. So is this the new Colonial Marines level type? Fuck you.
No, I don't think it's quite that as much of a fuck you as Colonial Marines is.
I think to a lot of people it's more.
More disappointing.
That's
Yeah.
one though. I didn't
It's
like
way more
build up any
disappointing.
hype for it. I was just like,
Yeah.
just gonna get it.
We didn't
try it.
None of us
So
did.
that's the
didn't
problem.
send
I'm not
Death
in
Threats
that same
to
headspace as they
Kotaku.
are
Yeah.
because I don't put myself there
Yeah.
very often. And when I do get hyped for a game, it's usually on like a reasonable grounds.
Yeah. I remember seeing it, asking, what's the game? They didn't say for another year. Seeing it again and then still saying, okay, but so what do I do in this game? And then another year came out and the game came out and then like the game is rubbish.
The game is get to the center of the universe.
Yeah.
Or like get to the Atlas or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
I don't
seems
really
like it's doing a whole lot of different shit, but not doing any of it particularly well.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It needs to do something well.
I tweeted Destiny and No Man's Sky both have what the other needs.
Yeah. Like Destiny's got that solid
A
gameplay
focused
foundation.
gameplay objectives, all that kind of
Yeah.
shit, stuff to do. Or,
Mhm.
you know,
It's got
kind of.
like good AI
Yeah.
and good shooting at the very least.
Yeah, and then and like a not a confuddled awful crafting
Yeah.
system or whatever. Like fucking.
Would you
No Man's
prefer?
Sky.
I feel like games get so hung up on the like idea of randomly generated infinite expanses. When would a game with like 30 really fucking amazing planets with like this narrative threaded around it?
It'd be a completely different game then, wouldn't
30
it?
is a
Yeah.
lot though.
Yeah, that's like a different game then altogether. And then you got to be like,
Then it'd be just something else. wouldn't it?
it's easier to probably program like procedurally generated and quicker to program procedurally generated
Yeah.
than it is to make 30.
But
really
then
good
like you need a real
planets.
hook. Like Minecraft has a hook because it's about, you know, building and shit,
Mhm.
and it's simplistic with blocks.
Like
It's easy
if-
to
if-
It's
understand.
the kind of thing where like they come up with an idea
Yeah.
and they're rushing towards that idea.
Mhm.
By the time they've already put too
But
much
it's that
money
thing
into
where
it,
it's like
bad.
such a grand idea that everyone
It
has that
doesn't
idea.
work.
It's the kind of thing that would take like
Like,
one bad one to come out.
Yeah.
No, another one that improves it. If they cost like £15, they're like, look, guys, this one's a bit fucking ropey. But
Yeah.
the next one, because we were just trying here,
Yeah.
we can only do so much in 4 years, and we have to release a game.
Is that part of the problem?
That's
the
part
fact
of the
that they
problem.
did release it at such a high
At
price.
£40.
Like this is up against you.
And the trouble is, like I've been saying, like, you know, if they were able to make a sequel, I guarantee it would be like not shit, probably. But the problem is, will they ever be trusted to make a sequel now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because if
people
I
are
was
gonna be
someone
like-
who was, it's hard to put your
Personally,
your
I mean, I
headspace.
think Sony will at least give them the chance again, because they'll be like, look, you made loads of money, and I think if you can
Yeah.
actually pull off something good, then people will trust you when they see actual, real proof of a concept, or more than proof of concept, actual like a fucking solid game, like a
It
trailer
just seems like
in 2 years' time.
when he came out on stage and he described the extremely vague, broad idea of what the game is, it's like, that sounds great.
But can you actually do it?
But can you do it? And what am I going to play? What am I going to do? And he danced around it for years. Well, not he, you know. He was just the voice of the studio making the game. I always feel sorry for those people because, like, it's not just that person's fault, but they are like
He's just the head or whatever. so he
they're
has
the
to be there.
scapegoat effectively.
Yeah.
You know, like they're the one who's paid to say all the shit that will come back and bite them in the ass later on. Like every single studio has one of them. I guess that's just the name of the game, isn't it? Like everyone likes the Bethesda one. Whatever his name is.
Is it Todd?
Yeah, I think so.
Can't remember his surname.
But like,
Howard?
if something
Yeah.
fucks up, if it's not exactly what you say, then people will fucking slaughter you. And he's probably got a ton of death threats and pathetic, awful
Yeah.
shit like that. It's fine to be disappointed.
I've been being reasonable about the game, I
Yeah.
think. I'm not like, wow, it's the fucking
Yeah.
worst game ever made. And I'm not defending it like, it's the best game ever made. Forgive it.
Yeah,
I'm just like, it's just like it's just a fucked game.
yeah,
But I'm not particularly burned by
Yeah.
it because I kind of mindlessly enjoy it a bit when I play
Yeah.
it. Like
It
the
ju-
music at the very least.
it absolutely blows my fucking mind that a new IP from a tiny studio that has barely released anything can get a fan base so quickly, and like such a rabid one at that, based purely on like hyperbole
Mhm.
and trailers and hype, the hype machine.
It's because what they promised is like, everyone's fucking dream,
Yeah.
isn't it, of a game. That's what they promised.
But then are people just like, they're so desperate for this thing to come true without even stepping back for a second and thinking to themselves, okay, a team of people actually have to make this and make it work.
Yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda will probably be closer to what people
But
wanted.
Mass Effect Andromeda will have like
a
a
story
focus though.
and a focus, yeah.
And they've got 3 games previous to base ideas
And they've got a
off.
massive team and loads of money.
Yes, yeah.
And EA.
It won't
yeah.
be the same thing though.
No. But there's still
won't be a
they're still gonna
procedural-
yeah, no. But
What people
there'll be
want
like,
is, like,
good
their-
planets, hopefully.
What people want is stuff personal to them.
Yeah. But then Mass Effect is
I mean,
good
I
at doing
named
that as well.
I named a system Jar
know.
Media. Well, if anyone ever finds it, that'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I doubt they will. The game will
Yeah.
die in like 2 weeks' time. And that'll be that.
I mean, like, of course the idea on paper sounds amazing, right?
Mhm.
But then I was holding out, like it's never something I would have pre-ordered. I just don't. After, I think it was Colonial Marines, I was never too interested in Colonial Marines even. I just really like Alien and Aliens. Saw it was heavily based on Aliens and the aesthetic of all that. I was like, oh, if that game is good, I will get it. The trailer looked fine, it looked cool. And then it turned out it was this horrible piece of shit. And they actually lied at E3 and whatever. Like straight
That
up
was
lied.
fucking Gearbox, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then it was like, okay, I won't buy the game then. And then from then on, I was a bit more cautious and thought about things a bit more. I haven't been burnt as in like... because it doesn't make any sense. There hasn't been this fucking amazing Alien Colonial Marine game that I can trust. And then the new
Yeah.
one comes out and betrays me. You know what I mean? Like that's why a game like Halo 5 or a game like Destiny, which is almost like betraying this this decade of trust that these
Mhm.
companies have built up with these franchises and names, where it's like a different thing. It's a different type of disappointment because they had you won over. You would have done anything for this fucking company that
Mhm.
doesn't care about you, just because you really like what they produce. And then when they do something scummy or release a bad product, and it's like, then you do feel more betrayed than some random new IP that has no established history coming out and then being bad, which is, the same for anything. Like if like an author who'd never written a book before, or had written like one random book, and then for some weird reason, because maybe what it was about, like the book, they wrote a new one, and it had a load of hype around it, and then it came out, everyone bought it, and we're like, oh, this is the worst.
There's almost like too much pressure on like an author, for example, or a studio, and they're like, oh fuck, we got all these people that want this thing,
Yeah.
and we're not ready, but we've got a deadline, and
Yeah.
oh fuck.
It's like a catch-22, because the result of this ridiculous hype and this, exposure all the time, the game will probably be successful. Their name is out there. The property is a property because everyone knows what it is. But on the flip side, if the game came out and surprised some people because they weren't expecting it, they weren't they appreciated what it did do right instead of doing wrong based on these false promises. Like if this game didn't have the ridiculous hype, what do you think the response would have been?
Why does it smell of shit in here?
Augie's a big farter. I wouldn't be surprised if they're drifting in or something. Sometimes the fields around here smell of shit too.
You smelling shit?
Yeah, I get a little whiff. It's
Yeah.
like a fart or something.
Yeah.
You'd be
I mean,
surprised.
I mean,
Augie-
back on topic, I just wanted to address why I might
yeah,
smell
I was getting the odd whiff, but yeah. What do you think the reception would have been if it didn't have this just insane if it just kind of came out?
Well, yeah,
I
people
think
wouldn't
it
know
wouldn't-
about it,
yeah,
so it
people
wouldn't
wouldn't
have
know.
expectations.
It'd just be like, oh, another bad game came out.
It would just be another indie game.
Yeah.
But now it's like now because it was such a big deal, it's like a shame of a thing
Yeah.
that came out, because it's like, it could have been something so good.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been.
The thing is, I haven't heard anything about like when Elite Dangerous came out.
Yeah.
I remember when it came out,
I
because I downloaded
Heard
the demo,
nothing though.
and I was
You
like,
didn't get these huge trailers, and you didn't
Mm-hmm.
hear
no.
about these people just going crazy on the internet for it.
Yeah.
It was way more of a PC
And
thing
like,
anyway. Wasn't
but
it?
yeah, the look of it is fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I can imagine seeing
Yeah.
trailers for that game and just being blown away.
Yeah, I remember when I did look at it for Elite. It was like one of those games I wanted to be able to play, but I was like, it's too complicated. And that was
Yeah,
like,
and it is really
like a year and a half
complicated.
ago. But now I'm like, oh, I kind of understand it a bit, so I'm okay
Yeah.
with it.
I don't envy their position now. They're probably
No.
looking at the numbers like, whoa, this is like really good for a tiny studio. But then at the same time, we're like, yeah, but the reception. It doesn't have the worst
No,
Metascore.
I expect that because I don't think that studio will fade away. I don't think so. They promised. They're like, look, we're going to update the game, free updates, try and make it better.
Yeah.
They're aware that the game is not at all what they promised. They're not at all, but just not quite.
It's just with,
Just not
especially
there.
with the gaming crowd, reputation is like so important. Like think about how long Microsoft had to deal with the Red Ring of Death meme thing.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Like for how fucking long? they had
Basically
to-
a decade.
Yeah.
It's only just gone now.
Yeah. And I'm sure there are still some fucking kiddies who post it in the comments and shit.
Yeah.
Um,
this one overheat? Yeah, funny.
Yeah, yeah. That level of shit. I'm trying to think of other ones.
I mean, that was fucking ridiculous, but
Yeah. Other like games that have been a disappointment, like Destiny. I think the stigma of like the no story, which became a meme,
yeah, well,
will be a hard one to overcome for them.
Mm-hmm.
They're not doing themselves any favors.
No, because
What they've released since.
Like a taken
again they were trapped as well.
Hmm?
They were trapped after the first Destiny came out. It was a huge success. They would have put that team straight onto Destiny 2 and had other teams working on smaller shit that they have to get out. And like you know, the DLC for The Last of Us is like a couple hours long. That took them like a year or something, or 6 months to make, and that was just for like a 2-hour DLC, just because they wanted it polished. So it's just, I don't envy people in game development. It's fucked.
But there are developers you can trust though, not in terms of like they care.
You just know they'll probably deliver solidly.
They it's like they need to make a good game.
Yeah.
Like
I know,
like Naughty Dog,
Mm-hmm.
like Rockstar.
Well, I can't trust Bethesda to make. I know exactly what I'm going to get if I
Mhm.
play a game they've made. But the thing is, they only make
Yeah,
two games.
Bethesda-
and they come
I-
out like
yeah.
once every 6 years.
I know
Yeah.
what they make, and I don't like what they make.
But at least you know that though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can make an informed decision based off their history. And if you don't like it, then
Yeah, which is why it's stupid to like put all your fucking bets on
on one horse.
Mm-hmm.
one horse that has never raced before.
Yeah, exactly. I just don't understand why people get so attached to
And it doesn't have a
new
head.
IPs and whatever.
Because the thing, yeah, well, it's again the reason people got so hyped for No Man's Sky was that E3 trailer and the way they made
Mhm.
it look, the way the soundtrack, the music, the space
Yeah.
thing, the name, everything.
But people are pointing out how the E3 trailer like was lying.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
what
been
did you
happening
expect? That's
for
E3
years and years
trailers,
and
yeah.
years.
The thing
Watch
is,
Dogs did it.
Yeah, fucking okay,
I
mate.
think it's a mistake to show off those procedural generated games like that.
Yeah.
Because the-
Oh, definitely.
because the
Because they
problem is-
don't demo well.
Yeah,
No.
you'll never be able to run it like that ever.
No.
I just because I just thought that'd be funny. I put like a really fucking crazy shader thing on Minecraft that makes it look ridiculous. Can't run though.
Yeah.
We're looking at like 20 frames.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, I can barely look at anything.
It's because like they have to
So it's
present
never-
something.
Yeah.
Because they're a company, they're a
Mm-hmm.
business, so they make this polished vertical slice of their game, and then
Yeah, that's the thing. They make.
then they have to
this-
make the rest of the game.
But the stuff they show at E3 isn't like a thing where they've made the game to be procedurally generated.
No,
You're not seeing something that's procedurally generated. It's
You're
like
seeing
something
something that-
specifically
yeah.
made.
Well, the thing
with
is,
the stuff
the
that-
seed is exactly the same for everybody. So what is procedurally generated is the same.
yeah,
Or whatever for everyone. Obviously, otherwise the world couldn't link and it'd be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then on the coattails of that news, the what I expect to be horrible mess of a game, Final Fantasy 15.
Oh yeah, I had
It's
something I
delayed
wanted to say
again.
about E3 trailers actually. My favourite, most recent example of an E3 trailer, actually all the Ubisoft ones, but it's Ghost Recon Wildlands. The E3 trailer and gameplay they showed for Ghost Recon Wildlands. It's like, wow, that's fucking cool, bro. You do all this shit, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then I saw like the actual game being played, and I was like, that looks fucking awful.
Yeah.
It looks fucking
Yeah.
awful. Like the Division, for all of its faults, looked great. Solid enough gameplay. Fucking Wildlands is like,
Yeah.
the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
I'm actually more interested in game journalism and the drama that goes on behind the scenes of like the shit behind No Man's Sky and whatever. I find that more interesting than the actual fucking games at this point. Like watching the Gymquisition every week and seeing what kind of crazy shit is going on in this business. I just find more interesting than a lot of the games, because like, what games have come out this year that you think are noteworthy? I can think of one that I've played, and that was a 2-hour downloadable game.
What game was
3-hour.
that? Oh,
Inside.
Dark Souls 3.
Dark Souls 3.
Mm-hmm.
Doom was pretty good. What I play, I like Doom.
I
Not
played a
quite
few
got-
levels.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't ever finish it.
Star Wars Battlefront.
Because I just
DLC.
think to myself, I could, instead of doing this right now, I could just watch a movie for 2 hours and just have a complete experience instead of going.
But
through
you're meant
levels of
to.
video
You mean
game.
you're meant to enjoy the experiences differently.
I know they're a different thing, but I don't know. They just don't grab me as much anymore. So Inside grabbed me, just because it's something that stood out, fresh.
Did Ori Definitive come out this year?
Early in the year, I think, like February.
Game of the year.
Yeah,
Game of the year.
I played that again, but that doesn't count because that came out last year as well.
Skyrim remastered Game of the Year 2016.
I just feel
It's
that I
gonna
don't
be
know.
my worst game of the year.
It just feels like a bit stagnant to me.
Mm-hmm.
What, Skyrim?
No, just
What the fuck did come
Just
out
all
this
of
year?
it.
No, The Division came out this year. But
yeah. Like every year there's a new TV show or a new movie that's like
just ticking the boxes.
stunning,
Oh, all right. I don't know. What are we
interesting, something just you've never seen before, or it's just really amazing.
But then there's loads of stuff that's just ticking the boxes. Just loads of shit that ticks. You know, just take the. There it is.
Yeah,
It's the same with
There's our
video
thing we
games, though.
made.
but like problem with video games is like there's genres within genres within genres, because like I watch movies and I there's not a particular genre of movie I favor. Like I'll watch anything as long as it's good,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't want to play like Hearthstone, even though it's like a fantastic game. I don't want to play Dark Souls, which is a completely different type of game. It's still a video game. I don't want to play something else, Doom, which is a shooter. I don't want to play, you know what I mean? Like there's loads of different types of games and experiences, and like what about all the fucking MOBAs and Overwatch and all these different games? Each one of them is its own completely different like type of interactivity. Whereas if you're watching a movie, what you can expect is a movie. It might be unconventional or whatever, but it's still, usually going to be a couple of hours, and it's going to be this 2D presented to you experience. And there's like nothing asked of you as a viewer, apart from, having the intelligence to sit there and just take it in for what it is. I don't know. Does that make sense?
No.
Why not? Because
What
you
saying?
play a lot of different genres of video games. You
Mhm.
probably play the broadest. Whereas like look at James, for example. He only plays he buys a lot of games.
Barely plays any of them, even
But
when
he only
does play
plays
them.
a small like amount of games and a certain type of game.
Mhm.
Whereas like there's something just frustrating about that to me.
Mm-hmm.
About what?
Because like
'Cause
I
he's
just
playing
want
that
I just want a
certain
bit of everything.
Yeah, but James
No,
doesn't.
but there are
James
people.
barely watches really does anything.
And the difference with
Just
video
anime.
games,
There are people that only watch specific movies, though.
It's anime.
there are people
specific
that
What
do
does James
that. I
even-
mean me.
What does James even do? I don't even know what James does. What does James do?
I don't know.
Let's find out when he's back. James, what do you do?
I'm gonna be the next episode.
Anime. That's about it. Oh, I got
But the difference
I got
is-
my James voice back. Yes.
You can't play a million different games with a million different genres, like in the way that I would want to play them all the way through. In the way they're like meant to be played, and just have time to do other things.
I don't think that's true.
Why?
I don't think like a game is
Like, how
meant
many
to be-
movies could you watch in the time it would take to finish Metal Gear Solid 5 and
Well,
The
what
Witcher?
do you mean by how many could you watch? Because I couldn't watch 4 movies in a row, but I could play Metal Gear for that amount of time.
You could play Metal Gear for that amount of time.
When it first came out, definitely.
But like I couldn't though.
Yeah, actually,
Because you played.
I could do that.
Yeah, but because you played Destiny
Borderlands
for.
2 for
No,
like
this
10
isn't.
minutes.
This isn't like a Destiny thing. It's
No,
not
I know.
Destiny's fault.
But I mean, you could have.
Yeah, we played Destiny for fucking hours upon
You
hours
played
upon
yeah.
hours, back to back to back.
Yeah, I know. I used to play. Well, there was a time where I'd play video games like that.
This is just a you thing.
I know it's a me thing. But I'm saying for me, nothing. Like, I just see the elements of them just being repeated everywhere, and it's like, okay, I see the breakdown of how this game works. I see the systems they're trying to get you to interact with, and I just don't fucking care.
You can break anything down into that, though.
The difference is where
I
it's
just
like,
don't understand any other things enough
No,
to
it's-
talk about them.
No, it's just like Inside is 3 hours long. What it's trying to achieve is different to something.
You just don't think you can't commit to a game for like more than like 4 hours at most. Even then,
No,
4 hours is a push.
it's not even a commitment thing. It's like I did commit to The Last of Us because there's like a different thing driving that game. The
Well, it's more like
systems.
a movie.
It's not like a movie though. At the same time, like a lot of the story of that game is conveyed through environments, and that type of thing. And the characters and the world is compelling enough to keep it interesting. Whereas like I don't
GTA
know,
5, you played through that twice.
Yep.
That's another one conveyed through different shit.
Yeah, but like I finished that game though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean games where there isn't quite that level of finesse. Where like years ago I could sit and play an entire Assassin's Creed game and not really think about anything, just kind of switch off and just go through the motions.
That's because that's one of those games where it's a progression game. It's one of those where you just I want to get that bar filled up, or I want to get the best of this. I want to collect
But now-
all 15 of those.
But now I
stab
could
myself
not.
in the gut and kill myself at the end of
Like
this
Watch Dogs
experience.
2 looks just so boring to me. It was around when Watch Dogs 1 came out was when I stopped caring about all this shit. Because I was playing Watch Dogs 1, and in a similar way to the way I played the Assassin's Creed games, because you know that Ubisoft games are all kind of linked
all
in the
exactly
way.
the same, pretty
Yeah,
much.
basically. And I was just like,
Follow
it
the
was
same
a
formula.
moment of realization where I was like, this is not fun. What I'm doing right now is not. I'm not getting
Yeah, but
enjoyment out of this
I don't
because
find
it was
it
a
fun
lame
to
game.
sit and watch Shrek the Third.
It's just like, but like I do.
But like the
I appreciate something else.
Watch Dogs or the Ubisoft thing, it's because it appeals to that progression thing we have.
And the collectors and-
collecting thing.
and
Just appeals
filling
to
a
that.
wheel filled with all these percentages and yeah.
I actually tried.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with people enjoying that. I mean, for me specifically, it would take something different, I think, to pull me back in. I don't know.
Why don't you give anything enough of a chance now either? You're just
Like what though? What's something
no.
that like give me something that I
Well,
should give a chance.
been fucking shit this year, so I can't think of anything.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing.
I mean,
I don't-
at
I
the
don't-
moment, I play Elite Dangerous, and I'm like, this is a
Mm.
well-crafted
Yeah.
game. Very,
But
great.
like, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. Is the difference? Like, I don't feel like I'm missing out. The time I could spend really getting into one game, I'd rather spend.
But then that's just
absorbing
you.
another
You just
form.
don't. That's just you.
Yeah.
Then. There's
No,
no
but-
explanation. That's just a.
No, that's what I'm
preference thing.
saying.
There is
Like-
no explanation.
No, there's no explanation
You
other
don't need.
than.
The only explanation is it's just that's what I like.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with any of it. I'm just saying I do miss it
but-
sometimes.
Would you If you now,
Mm.
in your current mind, went back to when you were playing Destiny loads,
Yeah.
or before that, when you were playing those Assassin's Creed games,
Yeah.
like those games that you do like in your memory, you wouldn't like now.
Oh, I despise them. I would play Destiny for like an hour.
But even stuff
I'd
like
play-
Halo 3.
I feel
Games were different then, though, is the thing. And that's... I kind of think
No,
that's
but
not
I
even
don't
like a
think they
nostalgia
actually
thing.
are.
They actually are. What?
Like, shit isn't that different.
No, like this is. I will sit down and I'll play the campaign of Titanfall 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the same way, if a new Halo came out, I could just sit down and play it.
I guess that's the thing of the imagery you're saying appeals to you, so you're compelled to continue with said
Yeah,
imagery.
yeah, or like just the themes and the ideas of the world and whatever, that kind of shit. Whereas when a lot of games that come out are part of a franchise, and if you're not already invested in them, then it takes a bit more of like it's asking more of you to get into it. Like, would I get
camera?
Do a clap for you. Like, do you think
That was terrible. Might do a second one.
just if I
Also terrible.
never played a Metal Gear, I know very little about it, and my first one was 5.
You would hate it. You couldn't get into it.
No, but our first Metal Gear was Ground Zeroes.
But that game teases like a history thing though. Where
Yeah, but
you're
so
like,
does 5.
5, there's too much happening. I think because
No,
people
if you
get too
boot up
burdened
5
with it.
and
I feel like the gameplay would be
I
compelling.
literally had a conversation with
yeah,
someone about this, and they were just like, I didn't
No,
know
I know,
who was
but
who and what was what. I thought,
no, but if
I
that
thought-
person had played Ground Zeroes, they wouldn't have wanted to go back and play the
Well,
other
I
stuff
think
like
if
we
you-
did.
I think if you'd played Ground Zeroes, I reckon they would have wanted to know because that's smaller. 5 is so vast. You're like, the fuck.
Did they play the whole thing?
I don't think so.
I feel like
what to do.
As someone who's
That's
not a
another
Metal
thing.
Gear fan, you
Not
would
the
play
most,
it for different
not the
reasons.
most astute of gamers either. It's a problem.
They wouldn't have gone back and played
Yeah.
other Metal Gears. Wanted to.
No,
No, they wouldn't have done that.
it does take a lot to be compelled to go back to an old game.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to really,
Especially
really
fucking
care about
Japanese ones.
it. Yeah,
I remember playing Metal Gear Solid 3 for the first time, just being like, the fuck is this?
there was a time that there was a time where I did like games more than movies and television, but now it's flipped.
But like,
No, the thing I like, probably at this point, like music more than I do
Mm.
the other two, but I just do the other two because it fills time.
Yeah,
do you think the reason you don't play games now is because of currently what games are, or because of you?
I think it's a mix.
You know, I was gonna say I would have thought it's probably both.
It is both, because as you watch businesses become more cynical and do more and more shitty, shady stuff, alongside seeing trends go along. Like, been following games for a while now. Was
No, but-
really into games, like really into it. Not as in like just playing them, but like the whole listening to fucking millions of podcasts and just being completely in the loop with every bit of news that was going
But the
on.
difference is now you just got a bit more in your existence.
Yeah.
The thing it's just everything has been like if it was a square, it's just been like that.
Not stretched.
Yeah. Like there's always been shitty stuff.
There's always been shitty stuff.
There's
but
always been people doing shitty things in terms of making games.
I just mean like
scamming and shit. Now it's just
Like-
easier.
you just open a game and there's like a pre-order thing. There's all these bonuses and shit. There's all these microtransactions everywhere. It's like, can't I just buy a fucking game and play the game and just
The
call it a
pre-order
day?
thing is usually now it's quite just innocent. It's quite just like it's just here.
Well, you
As
learn
it's a
learn
tiny
after a while
bonus.
that the pre-order thing is never important. It's nothing. It's just like for if we were the age we were when, say, like Halo Reach was coming out, where the pre-orders seemed important because like of the age or whatever, and like we need to have this for this thing. Like I'm just not in that mindset anymore.
I mean, I obviously years ago I bought the fucking Legendary Edition. I reckon I would have been compelled to a little
Yeah.
bit now, but then I think ultimately we're just whatever.
Yeah.
Just get the game normally.
Yeah. Who fucking knows, bitch? Yeah, Final Fantasy's been delayed again. Does anyone fucking care at this point? People are losing their shit, apparently.
You know, someone on the Discord server, he was saying, like, yeah, I know it'll be shit. The only reason I care, though, is because of the way it looks. Not, like, graphics, the style of everything in the game.
Yeah.
Super into the buildings and all that kind of shit, I think.
Man.
Yeah, that game looks, like, fucked. You know,
What if it comes out and it's really good?
What if they've managed to make this, like, accident thing and that's just, like, amazing? And they're fucking losing their shit. And everyone's like, it's amazing. And then the thing is, the studio is just like this.
Why would they say they do this whole thing? Let's make an event where we announce the release date.
Yeah, because it was such a big deal. Because they've been like in
but I think
10 years.
But why do you
I
do
guess
that?
to them, they figure it isn't much. They're just like polish. Yeah.
I saw a comment on an IGN article saying, why aren't game developers given a release date that's like reasonable and then add 2 months onto that release date or something?
Mm-hmm. I don't think it should even be like that. I think it should be they just work on it. Don't say
Cyberpunk 2077 coming when it's ready. Fucking Project Red don't give a fuck.
They're in a lucky position.
We'll release the game when we want
all of them are like that because of the way they're run. Like an Ubisoft won't let their companies do that. They'll have very strict deadlines for.
Which is a mistake.
Yeah, it ruins
because
the art
these
side.
businesses
It ruins Halo.
and the
it
people
ruined Halo 5.
It's because ultimately these businesses, they don't have any. They understand that there is an art to it, but they're like, yeah, but we've got to exist and we've got to make money.
Yeah, we've got to make money.
Yeah.
Like
otherwise, we can't pay you and we can't pay anyone else.
And they're probably fully aware of it. They probably thought, if we gave this game another year, this could be amazing. But
we can't.
This is a valuable IP. We don't have anything coming out at the end of this year, and we need to
release
keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, and we've got people to pay and all that.
The thing is, if you release a shit game that's like
that's the question,
unpolished,
is it worth it in the end? Yeah, for that quick buck.
No, because it only damages your reputation further down the line.
Exactly. Like the reason
it's stupid.
The reason GTA keeps on selling is because every single one is so like perfect.
Yeah. Because they seem to have management.
Yeah, that came out in 2004. I'll leave it alone.
They seem to have management who actually have balls, though. Because as a rule, companies do not like taking any form of risk.
Look at how long it's been for Borderlands 3 to. There's nothing about it. Mm-hmm. We know the game's being made.
Yeah, they announced it.
Yeah, but there's nothing. They haven't shown anything on it because they're giving them time.
That's another one, but like they need to make sure it's good and hits.
Because Borderlands has a real dedicated fan base.
And that studio released a couple of flops, like what was it called, Battleborn?
Yeah.
They need to make up for that shit. Oh, I don't know. Final Fantasy, I don't know fucking know, especially after those 2 weird demos.
I mean, one was just like a really, really early build,
like rough,
yeah, and one was a fucking tech demo that was just fucking pointless.
Something that should never have left.
They shouldn't have released it. Yeah, they shouldn't have released that.
Yeah, but you could play as a crocodile.
That was pretty funny.
And a giraffe.
Yeah.
Just please don't be surprised if that game is also a fucking hot
I'm
mess.
not gonna be surprised. I'm just like, the more and more I'm just like, I just laugh at the game. What the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Should people have any more faith in Final Fantasy, what was it, 15?
Yeah.
Than No Man's Sky? Because it has previous good games.
Honestly, no. I don't think so.
Because, they can be like, wow, they spent this many years working on it. Yeah, Duke Nukem had 13 years spent on it, and look at that.
The rule does work. But Final Fantasy is an exception, I think, because every single one is like so different.
Mm-hmm.
And it is over so many years, and they've released like, I think it's over 100 games at this point.
Yeah, that's the thing with Final Fantasy. They have hits and misses.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah. So, they have fan favorites. They have ones that people like. I hate that one. I love that one.
In recent years, there haven't been many hits.
No.
Well, you mean like?
But if this one
Final
doesn't
Fantasy
hit, surely they've poured so much money into this.
But
if it's not a success, I don't know what it means for the Final Fantasy name. But it's always survived somehow. They poured like all the fucking studio's money into making that movie about ghosts, and somehow they're still making Final Fantasy.
They made so many sequels to 13 even.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's because the 13 never sold.
Everyone said it was fucking shit.
Yeah, but everyone said it was shit, but they still bought it.
Yeah. It is. They're stretching the good name and trust of the fan base just with the Final Fantasy name quite thin at this point. Don't you think?
Yeah.
There's that group of people that will buy like anything that has Final Fantasy written on it. But then there's a bigger group of people who are like probably getting a bit tired.
Well, because they're the kind of people that like they loved Final Fantasy 7 and stuff like that, and they're just like, come on,
Yeah.
the fuck is this?
Yeah. That company seems to be just fucking mess. Square Enix, like they have no clue.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tomb Raider sells really well, and they're like, oh, it didn't sell like COD. What the fuck are you smoking up in that HQ? Like, they've got this game, and they're like, yeah, we're really impressed with this one. Let's look at the board and see. We're predicting 100 billion units of this one being sold. It's like, what are you basing any of this shit off? Like, a fucking layman, like, a fucking 12-year-old gamer. You show them Tomb Raider and you show them Call of Duty and you say, which one's going to sell more? Little mate? And they'll go, Call of Duty, I love that one.
In it, bruv.
In it, briv. Ruben, Twitter.
Yeah, blood.
I was just looking at it now.
And anything good?
Harambe is the first one.
Very upset with the Jar Twitter audience.
It's all about esports. I don't really have anything to say about that.
We've answered that before.
Rocket League is fun.
Lots of people asking about No Man's Sky.
Yeah,
I should have said don't say about No Man's Sky because we want to know anyway.
Yeah. Do you have anything, Jim? I want to break free.
That's a good song.
I want to break free.
Would you wear a dress if you were Willem Dafoe?
The problem is a lot of the subjects are very specific they give. They don't give anything broad
Yeah.
you can talk about. So
You need something that like is broad enough to make a topic out of.
yeah.
Not just like,
Well, like we've got this old
What's your
school
favourite-
Pixar movies which hold up past the point of nostalgia, and that's like
what was that, old school Pixar movies?
yeah, like I guess it's Toy Story
There's no
and
school like the old school.
All of them hold up apart from Cars and Cars 2.
yeah, but that's just
And
because they
Brave.
suck.
There's no school like the old school.
Exactly. Because you get past the dated animation because the stories are so good. Lick my
You know what they
hairy
say?
sweaty balls. What?
You know what they say?
No school
There's no
like
s-
the old school.
Ha ha.
There he goes. Hey!
Games you all played as kids or before your 20s. What was your favourite game or games? It's like,
Before
just
our 20s.
I love how people just assume I'm like 23 years old.
Mm-hmm.
That's assuming I'm over 20.
You're not even. He's not even 16 yet. Everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Someone actually thought I was like 22 the other day.
Yeah.
Well, the other week. Well, the other month. It's when I looked
Actually, it was
younger
like a year
as well.
ago. But you know, Jim's perception of time is so fucked at this point. He doesn't even know when it was.
It was a minimum of like 6 months ago.
Anything
What are we
between that
talking
and
about
the
anymore?
beginning of time could have been anywhere within that region. But
When did I most look 22? No, I've got a good one. Kevin's...
Can you believe Dad said the other day, have you ever done a fart so hard that a bit of poo comes out with it? Did he say it straight faced as well? I didn't hear it.
Kinda. I can't remember what...
I can imagine him saying it. There would have been like the half like.
No, it's because
in
of the
middle,
way...
and then he would have finished the
yeah.
sentence.
It's because of the way I was burping.
Yeah.
Because I do that really weird thing. And then he said that for some reason. And then you walk in and you're like, what?
Yeah. That was truly epic.
I mean, someone asked what the favorite game or game series is, but we've talked about that quite a few times. Let's leave
I get
it.
fed up of questions
I
like that.
hate Mass Effect
Yeah.
What's
1.
your favourite blank?
Willem Dafoe or Kevin Bacon?
Willem Dafoe.
Ruben?
What's up,
Willem Dafoe. It's
Spider-Man?
Willem Dafoe. Because of
Willem Dafoe's an actual good actor.
It's
as
because
well,
of the
and loads of good
Boondock
shit.
Come on, Footloose.
The Boondock Saints. It's a good movie.
Come on, Spider-Man.
We could roll this town, Spider-Man.
Yeah. Can roll this town, Spider-Man.
You're right, though. He should play the Joker.
I just love it because even
Yeah,
when
he
he
should play
smiles,
the
he wants to
Joker.
kill you. Yeah.
And who would play Batman for his Joker? It would have to be an old Batman. Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, fuck it.
Kevin Conroy looks like the Joker.
He's too
there.
He can
skinny,
play the
though.
Joker.
He's too skinny.
Yeah.
Let's get Mark Hamill to play the
I-
Joker then.
Yeah.
No, Mark Hamill plays Batman.
Nah, I can't wait to see him as a fucking old Jedi. Is that how they're going to win the episode 8 trailer?
He'll have just son Luke Skywalker at the end, like in the Rogue One trailer.
It would just be him normally breathing.
Oh shit, there'll be a Star Wars 8 trailer in Rogue One, won't there?
You reckon?
Yeah.
Is that when it'll start dropping, do you think?
Yeah. Definitely.
I hope they're as good as the episode 7 ones were.
No.
Fucking.
They'll have
better be.
dubstep and remixes.
Someone's
and-
asked our thoughts on Stranger Things, but should we do like a separate video on that? I kind of
Yeah,
feel like
when
that
I've
would take like
watched it.
half an hour.
You
oh
can't
yeah, you
talk-
haven't finished it yet.
You can't talk about it without spoilers.
Yeah,
as well.
you haven't
It
finished
has
it.
to be separate.
Forgot.
I like it a lot though.
I'm just scrolling through.
Let go, Jessica.
That's more my kind of show. Let's talk about Kevin. What's his name?
See, we weren't the most prepared for this Yogs because
Because of Ruben
we had to
again.
because we're going away next week, so we need to do this one in advance.
Also, I'm incredibly tired,
And
and I got up at
I'm pretty
5:30
tired
in
as
the
well.
morning.
We've
My eyes hurt.
What time is it?
If your significant other asked you to make out with their eye, would you do it?
No, because you shan't give them an eye infection. And also, I don't want to do that.
Depends if I'm in Japan or
Yeah,
not.
we know what Alex is into.
You're not into eye licking.
Yeah, you know what Alex is into. Eye licking.
No, not me.
Fucking degenerate creep.
Not eye licking. That's a bit
Fucking
weird.
Freak.
It's a bit weird for me.
It's only a bit weird for you. Only a bit.
Mm.
What about like nose tonguing? You okay with that though?
I really have no boundaries. But I've never thought of doing that now.
Alex has no boundaries. You heard it here first, people.
Mm-hmm.
As if we didn't
What about
already. As if we
ear?
didn't already know Alex has no fucking boundaries.
What about ear in asshole?
Yeah, what about ear? What about cock and bum?
Cock and bum.
Yeah, cock and bum.
My cock and my bum.
Yeah.
I'd need a portal gun for that. Hey!
Let's not bring it back to portal gun bum fun. Right. Our worst video ever.
Or best, depending on your perspective.
If an alien invasion occurred and you were the only one who could stop it, how would you do it, Alex? How would you do it?
Throw the cheese.
I was waiting. You were going to say it. I was hoping you were going to say it.
The answer's obvious. Answer.
Look who it is.
Hey, babe. Pick him up. Get him in the yogs. Jim, get him in the yogs. Oh, get him in the little yogs. Pick him up. Show him to the camera. He's very tired. Oh.
I can't.
Oh, Jim,
The
grab
mic's
him. Grab his little tiny face. He's all tired.
Grab his face.
Down by his face. Just.
Why are you picking him up so goddamn weird? You pick him up like a baby. Oh. Lion King him, Jim.
He's like flopping on me.
He's not even, no, bring him down a bit.
Bring him down a bit.
Oh no. He moved, so I
Aw.
almost dropped him.
What a babe. That's Argy the Corgi, if you don't know. I would stop the army of aliens with an army of corgis.
All you need is this one.
All you need is Arg. Dun, 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 dun. Not sure if he's enjoying that.
No, he hates it.
He earlier that chair had a big pile.
Whoa.
He's all tangled in the cables now.
No.
He'll start biting it. Oh Jesus.
This was it. Baby! Ow!
Get him down now.
I'm
wants to-
trying.
probably needs to
Someone's
poo.
asked the leafy sub-botting situation. It's not a situation. It's a fucking piece of drama that I don't care about. That's all it is.
Do you really want... What the fuck could we possibly add to that topic?
It's pretty bad, I think.
Is it real?
Even if he
I
did,
don't-
like, who fucking
Yeah, I don't
cares?
give a shit.
I didn't even know this was a thing. I'm
He's
so
got-
behind on YouTube.
He's got
Horse
4
shit.
million subs. Like, what difference does it make at this point?
Let's talk about something good.
Like,
I'm still looking.
Your favourite parts in movies you don't like.
oh,
Because we've never talked about that before.
Or
Your
least favourite parts
in movies that aren't very good.
no, that's what I'm talking about.
Sorry, I just said it again. No, Alex, you say it.
Now let's talk about
movies.
just so much blood.
Who am I?
Deadpool.
Close.
Wait, Jim, you watched Deadpool, didn't you?
I did.
What did you think?
I like the part where he went,
I like the Xavier joke. That was a good one.
which one's
It
that?
was like, which timeline?
Oh, yeah.
I also liked
Well,
when he went to...
I've been through all the Twitter things. They're just not
Shit.
worth talking about.
Yeah. I like when he went to the Xavier house and was like,
Hey, it's funny every time I turn up, it's just you two.
Yeah. They can only do that for one movie, though.
What?
You know, the, like, let's make fun of how cheap this is type
Oh,
thing.
right, yeah.
Like, now it made them all the money. Now they can
I
get
like how
ridiculous.
that's cheap.
Yeah.
When he does, like, a sideways somersault flip maneuver, shooting 3 guys through the head.
But then
with the
the
best
movie's
CG.
quite simple, though. It's just out of order.
Yeah.
What movie are we talking about right now?
Deadpool. Jim
Yeah.
finally watched it.
I didn't like the action scene at the end.
No.
With the boat. It wasn't the best. It's because the one on the highway is really funny and good.
That's why the boat one sucks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying that doesn't make sense. I'm saying the boat one should have been good too. Boat one was shit and boring.
It should have been good.
I
It
know.
wasn't.
I have a plan. I'll put you in this tube,
Yeah. That's the problem when
and you
you're,
won't die.
when you're constantly making fun of superheroes the whole film, and then you do something that would be in like a typical superhero film.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit like, come on, guys, do something different.
I was
I mean, I
expecting
kinda
her to
would've
take
just
his
liked a
mask off as
movie.
well and be like, "Oh,
I did like where the villain was like. It was
Spoilers.
that really cliche scene. I guess it's a spoiler.
yeah,
Yeah, whatever. Who cares?
Just
Well-
skip ahead a minute.
it's fucking Deadpool."
He just kills the bad guy. He just fucking slaughters him
Mm-hmm.
instead of
Doing like the whole merciful justice.
No, I saw
Yeah.
that. I saw that coming straight away though.
Yeah, but it's like, is this film gonna have the gall to do it? Because I didn't really know if Deadpool was about like, I thought maybe they were gonna take it that way with like, you know what? I'm not gonna kill him. And then he just kicks him in the nuts or something, and then it ends. You know?
No, it wouldn't. The dick, the fan dick that they rided for the movie.
Yeah.
They wouldn't go and do that.
How do you think Deadpool will get old fast? Do you think he'll get old fast?
Well, it depends how quick they churn them out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And
how
how-
varied can they be with his character? Because part of the there it is again. Part
He
of the
just
thing.
stinks. He's looking at me. He fucking knows.
Shall I pick
Now
him
he's
up?
looking at you.
Shall we play catch?
The thing that makes Deadpool kind of
You
funny
stink, Argyle.
is
You stink.
the idea of him bouncing off like Wolverine and weird shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I can't imagine that ever happening. Do you? But then like, what
The thing
movie
is,
would that be in?
Is X-Men fucked now?
I don't know.
Didn't that last movie do fucking awfully?
I don't know if it did awfully.
People like
Comparatively.
Wolverine, and there's another one coming, isn't there?
There is one more Wolverine film coming.
No, the
Yeah.
one that came out.
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at how much
There's
money it
another
made.
Wolverine movie coming, and people like Wolverine.
Yeah.
so-
No, I mean, true.
I'll tell you how much Apocalypse made at the box office.
It made 12 minutes.
Such a shame because the one before Apocalypse was really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
The budget was 178 million. It grossed 154 in the USA, but I assume it probably did make it back
Yeah.
worldwide. They always do. Let me double check for you,
How long
Jim.
have we been going for?
52 minutes.
Okay,
We're
good.
nearing the end now. I'm just checking what.
I want to go to Sainsbury's.
It's 8:30 or 8:24.
Oh, I can do that. I can make that.
Yeah.
You what?
I can make
Okay, here we
I'll
are.
get to Sainsbury's.
Yeah, it made $500 million worldwide. Like that justifies making a sequel. There's still money to be made there. It only made 28%
But the only thing that
domestically.
it
It just
Doesn't
needs
have
to be
to be-
good.
Yeah.
How would they even make a movie where it's Deadpool and X?
That's what I'm
They'd call it
thinking.
Deadpool 2 because Deadpool
Yeah.
sells.
And just have a few of the actors from the X-Men show up or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't have Deadpool in an X-Man.
No, that
But-
would be
but
too
they'd
weird
have
because they're so
X-Man.
serious.
They
Yeah,
have
and because the
X-Man and a
X-Men
Deadpool.
films get the 12A treatment anyway.
They get the 12A super serious treatment.
Because
none
it-
of them have
it
been
exists in
lighthearted,
the same
really.
No,
universe, right?
Deadpool gets the goofy 18, whatever,
Yeah.
fuck it.
Yeah. There's now every superhero movie going to be a fucking 18 though. And the Wolverine movie is, so at least that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one does make sense.
Hopefully it'll actually, be violent and stuff like Wolverine.
Yeah.
Is the Batman movie going to be? That's not
I
going
don't,
to
they're
happen.
probably too
because-
pussy-ish to do that.
Yeah, they might 15 it though. Like BBS was that 15?
No.
It wasn't. A lot
Jim,
of people died.
grab Shrep. He's going to fucking destroy him. It fell under the chair.
He hasn't even
You just knocked him down. Yeah, but he will find it
Where
though.
the fuck is it?
All it would take is 5 seconds.
Fuck's sake, Jim, stop fucking touching this. Every goddamn time.
He's got AD a deer.
The beast.
Come on,
is here.
beast. Hey, babe. I haven't got much more to say. Very tired. Got AIDS.
Yeah, can't remember what I was even saying.
Yeah, last topic. AIDS.
Well,
Not funny.
The new thing is the 22 push-up challenge, which is raising awareness for veterans, sufferers of veterans who suffer PTSD.
What's 22 push-ups about?
22 gun salute.
Yeah, but 22 push-ups is for pussies. If you're going to do push-ups, you're going to do at
Yeah,
least
John
5
Krasinski
million.
did it. Chris Pratt did it. Vincent D'Onofrio did it.
Chris Pratt should have done 222.
Why? Because he's not funny.
Jim fucking hates him.
I don't.
I thought you did.
It was funny in Parks and Rec.
Oh no, Jim just hates Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I hate Rocket Raccoon. I hate Rocket Raccoon when he says, shoot the missiles before they hit the ground.
Yeah, that part's pretty
Quick,
bad.
Fox, shoot the boulders before they hit the city and kill the pink people.
Jim, the pink people are important.
Quick, let John C. Reilly
You know, at
fuck
least
his
in-
pink people.
No, at least in that bit there wasn't the city's empty because they're all in a
Yeah,
different one.
they had the
bit.
balls to,
Yeah,
like-
at least it's just like there are people here and there's actual threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's threat, but then they'll shoot the...
Did you see they're
The
making a Man of
boulders.
Steel 2? Confirmed now.
Right.
Because that hadn't been confirmed before.
Okay.
They had that slate of movies.
The problem is everything just seems so fucked to me now that it's
It's
like,
fact.
just stop it and just cut your losses. Don't bother. Just leave it.
Just reboot it and have Patton Oswalt play every DC.
Why did they
Universe
have Rocket Raccoon go, quick, shoot the boulders?
character. What
Indiana
the fuck are we
Jones?
talking about anymore?
Because...
We're talking about Man
No,
of Steel
because
2.
they're meant to be scumbags.
No, but they become kind of hero-y.
Why?
It'd be a great superhero movie if they let all the civilians
No,
die.
not if they let it happen, but what if, like...
It'd be very dour, wouldn't it?
Why would Rocket Raccoon do
unfun.
it?
What?
Rocket Raccoon's like steal that guy's leg.
Sorry, whenever I think about superhero movies that are meant to be kind of like that and funny, I always just think of Deadpool and I'm like, yeah, that was way funny.
But then they have
Yeah.
That's
then they
it
have
every
fucking
time.
stupid video game dialogue. Quick, fucking Dark Souls shoot.
Shoot the Dead Space, Dark Souls.
Isaac! I want a movie where the only
A Dead Space movie.
all the dialogue in it is created from the sound clip of someone saying Isaac.
From all the Dead Space games.
Yeah,
Screaming.
that's all I want, and they make every line of dialogue out of that somehow. Yeah.
Who am I?
Isaac.
I'm Batman.
Deadpool?
Close.
No, Gardener.
Deadpool.
The
Daredevil.
Flash. The Flash.
Daredevil.
I'm a Catholic.
No, look.
Jim, you haven't got any stubble.
Jim, sniff. Look out, Jim, sniff. What can you smell on my fingers? And on that note,
Is that an hour yet?
plunge muncher. What?
Is it not even an hour yet? You
Well,
know we
it's-
have to make it an hour.
It's 57.
It's
But
not like-
the
it's not-
camera will
it's-
go out and then it won't be on time.
Okay. It's not even like we pad it out like an hour to make it like for the ads. It's just kind of like I have this obligation to make it at least an hour now.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
let's
let's
be
talk
honest. The last one we did an hour and a half, so...
Well, I barely said anything in that one. I was just kind of dead inside for
Mm.
all of that one.
I'm just asleep. I'm just asleep right now.
Yeah.
Do you know what would be the worst?
What?
If I woke up right now and had to do today again.
There's
At least
blood
it was
everywhere.
bright outside. If it was winter, it would be
But I
like
was locked inside
6 times about what?
in the shed again.
What? Jim.
Hey, Argyle, he's got a little smile. Hey, baby. Oh, he's so cute.
Quick, pick him up.
So cute, so cute. Hey, my
Pick him up
Are
by
you
his
gonna
head.
pick him up, Alex, and put him in the
Alex,
camera?
pick him up by his mouth.
Oh,
Alex.
he's trying to bite me.
No,
No,
hit
you're a
him.
little cunt, and yeah.
Smack him.
A whole new Og.
Should I pick him up and put him in the camera?
Yeah.
Put him in the camera.
He's in a
He
biting
fit-
mood, so watch out.
Hey! Here he is.
Yeah. He makes a lot of silly noises.
Web.
Ow!
Aww. Hey, Korg.
It's your problem now.
Hey, babe. Subscribe to for more. We'll see you on the next.
Thanks for.
Top of the morning here.
Bye.
Ah. Oh, top of the morning to you, Jimbo.
Jim,
My
shut
name
the
is
fuck up.
Flubber.
Jim.
Flubber. I'm gonna stop it now. Let me flubber me, Jimbo. The flubber coming off here.
The flubber coming over here that day.